generation that would rather capture the moments we live in instead of actually enjoying them. As millennials, we are so attached to our phones, and we should put it down every so often and enjoy the actual real-life company that we are surrounded by and our environment around us. I want my audience to not use their cell phones as much. And yes, I have my moments of being stuck on my phone, but I realize the dependence that I begin to develop by using my phone, and by doing this, I can begin to reconnect with the world that I've been disconnected from. Today I will discuss the problems of cell phone addiction and how it can lead to disconnections from social interaction, as well as providing feasible solutions to help alleviate some of the problems. For my first main point, I will discuss the problems of cell phone addiction. Communication is one of the biggest things that can be deprived from the use of from cell phone addiction. College students are the heaviest users of information and communication technology, and an overwhelming number of them own smartphones, sending an average of 109 text messages a day and receiving just as many, and checking their phones at least 60 times a day, as according to psychologytoday.com. There is a lack of human interaction. We no longer value the importance of eye contact when we talk to people in person. And our overuse of cell phones, it begins to seem like we use it as a security blanket when we feel alone or desolate or disconnected from other physical people around us. According to kqed.com, that is. Now, we should begin to enjoy our physical surroundings. It went from being rude to answer a phone call or to being on your phone while having a meal to being common or almost expected to see this. It begins to feel as if it's not normal for people to not have their phones out during meals and while going out. We shouldn't be rude to our company. We should enjoy this environment around us, and we should put the phones down in order to get in touch with the world that we're missing out from. We can blog about it later, but first we need to experience the moments in order to blog about it. Technology was made for our control and for our advantages, and we shouldn't let that control us. Sometimes cell phone addiction causes major distractions. A study from Time magazine quoted that 84% of respondents said that they cannot go a single day without their phones. And that's basically every single person, which is a very astonishing statistic. About 50% of Americans sleep with their phones right next to them, like a teddy bear or like a spouse. And this also can be a result from feeling desolate from the world and from actual physical beings. This can also negatively impact school. By staying up late on your phones, it can cause sleep deprivation. And 50% say that they're depressed when they can't use their phones, according to TotalHealth.com. From this, it can lead to negatively impacting schoolwork and resulting in negative grades. But there are still solutions. There are a few solutions that can help decrease the time invested in our phones. One of the most prominent solutions that I found was called the phone stacking game. And this happens when you go out to eat with friends. Everyone places their phones out on the table, face down. And the first person who touches their phone or grabs their phone for any reason must pay for everyone's food, including their own. If no one touches the phone throughout the entire meal, then that means that everyone just pays for their own food. And I believe that this is a great way to interact with your company, and it's a great way to reconnect with old friends instead of simply being on your phone the entire time. From this, we begin to realize that we can look at our screens at any time throughout the day, but going out and having this quality time with other physical beings does not always come as often. We should set rules and regulations for ourselves as well. If the phone game doesn't work, we should banish our phones, but not everywhere. Just for an hour or so throughout the day, lock it away, turn it off, and just have time to yourself. Have time to interact with other people around you. Banish phones from dinner tables or from your bedroom so you can have this sort of alone time. By doing this, you'll begin to reconnect with the life outside of your phone, and your virtual social life. Your heart rate will begin to slow down, and you will begin to feel less at edge and less anxious about the next notification you're going to get or the next text message that someone's going to send you. And possibly you may even begin to re-spark an interest in a lost, neglected hobby that was neglected from your overusage of cell phones. Well, in conclusion, I have discussed major problems that arise from the overusage of cell phones and possible solutions that can help alleviate some of these problems. I want you all to enjoy the world that you live in and to interact with other people and make eye contact with people when you talk to them. I urge you to use your cell phones less. Instead of using your time to be on your touchscreen phones, I believe that we should make a step forward to getting in touch with our own lives and reconnecting with the distracted world that we are too blind to see.